Hey. Okay, y'all, I want to come on here and talk about something real quick. That's why I'm outside. Should be checking the mailbox, but the mail truck, she just not going on the other side. But, yeah. Really quickly, while I'm out here, if I take my ass back in the house. Y'all, why is it that motherfuckers want to... They call themselves helping somebody and giving somebody something, which is a kind gesture, a nice gesture, a sweet gesture, whatever. But my thing is, okay, you're going to send somebody something, you're going to give somebody something. Why would you not make sure it's not fucking outdated? Like, don't give me some shit that done been sitting in your pantry or your icebox for the last 4 years, but you don't want to throw shit in the trash because it's kind of like you feel like, oh, it's wasting, it's being wasteful, so you're gonna give it to somebody even though you know it's been sitting in the back of your pantry or the back of your icebox for 4 years. That means two things. One, you don't clean out your fucking refrigerator that often. Two, that means you don't give a fuck about nobody. That's just what it means in my book, by my definition. Like, come on now. Why the fuck would you give somebody something that you wouldn't even eat? That's fucking 4 years old. Like, that don't make no goddamn sense. And it still bothers me to this day because it happened more than one time. Like, why do I gotta throw the shit away when I know it's old and I can look at the expiration date, but you can't? Hi. But you can't look at the fucking expiration date. So you mean to tell me that I'm the only one smart enough to look at a fucking expiration date? You can't. Like, that don't make no goddamn sense. You can't look at a fucking... if I can look on there when I go to the grocery store, I look at the expiration date. Now, you know the good and damn well ain't no damn grocery store gonna put out no fucking food or sit out to sell no food that's expired. I mean, it just don't make no goddamn sense. So if you wouldn't eat it, why the fuck would you give it to somebody else? To fuck up their stomach? To fuck them up? Ain't no telling what the hell that's gonna do. But hey, like I say, you can't tell a motherfucker nothing. They just stupid. People just do shit to make it seem like they doing something good. But how the fuck is you doing something good when you know what you're doing? It's not being wasteful when something is 4 years old and you throw it away. That's not wasteful. That means it's fucking old and you're getting rid of it, putting it where it's supposed to be. If you wouldn't get that shit to a homeless person or even an animal, then why the hell would you give it to another human being? Like, come on now. Hey. Like, it just, I don't get it. Like, you doing all this shit and for what? You giving this shit to, like, some old and outdated shit to another person. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't understand. And like I say, you did it multiple fucking times. This shit done happened multiple fucking times. Multiple times. Like, I just don't fucking get it. I really don't. But I'll be wrong if I cuss somebody out. Like, I don't see. I'll be wrong if I say something about it. But then you give it to me, I gotta be the one to take the shit and go through it, throw it away where it's supposed to be, where that shit should have been the first time. Like, come on now. If that shit if you would have threw that shit in the trash the first time where the fuck it was supposed to be, when you looked at the fucking expiration date on it, then I wouldn't have to do all that. You wouldn't get that goddamn food to a fucking animal. You wouldn't get it to no homeless person. You wouldn't eat it your damn self. And then my thing is, who in their right fucking mind or wrong mind, knowingly or unknowingly, keep something in their icebox for 4 fucking years? Like, come on now. I'm finna sit on these stairs. But come on now. 4 fucking years? So, you having food in your icebox for 4 years. To me, that means you don't clean out your fucking icebox or your cabinets. Or wherever the hell you had it at. But hey, that's just fucking ridiculous. Like, come on now. Everybody should, or most of it, I ain't gonna say everybody should, or I ain't gonna say that everybody do, but at least everybody should check the food in their icebox. Yep, 4 years. Since what? I done seen somebody that gave me something that done been in their icebox or in their cabinet for, well, the expiration date was what? 2013? That's the expiration date on, I think it was May 2013. It was May something, but I know it said 2013. Like, I don't understand. Why would you give somebody that shit if you know it didn't expire that long ago? I mean, how many people out there when they go to the grocery store look at the expiration date? How many people out there when they go, or that works at a grocery store, or them, yep, that just, it's fucked up. And that's the nicest way I could put it, it's fucked up. Like, how many people done worked at a grocery store, or know somebody that worked at a grocery store that can honestly say, by them working there, they don't put shit out for sale that's past date, that's past its prime. Like, I ain't never, ever seen somebody do some shit like that. And then when most people get food in their house or go grocery shopping, you gonna look at the fucking expiration date. You gonna, but it should be before you go grocery shopping, again, to pick up whatever you gonna pick up. Clean out your refrigerator, look through the stuff that you got in your cabinets and your refrigerator already. See what needs to be thrown away, and then go grocery shopping to replace the things that done expired, or that you don't want no more, or that's almost on its last leg. Don't fucking sit there and think. I wonder what goes through these people's head. Like, okay, well, what goes through this lady head? Okay, well, I got some. This is the only way I can think of. I think she be thinking, well, I got some. Ooh, this food expired. Let me put this shit in the bag instead of throwing this in the trash where it's supposed to be, because it's wasteful to throw food in the trash. In spite of it being 4 years old, even 2 years old. Hell, I don't even eat no food that's 1 year old. Why would you eat something from a year ago, let alone 4 or 5 years ago? But I'm thinking, she thinking, oh, instead of being the decent person and the person that actually thinks, oh, well, let me go throw this shit in the trash. No, she thinks, let me put this shit in the bag and give it to such and such. Oh, I know such and such gonna take it. No, you get to me, I throw this shit right in the fucking trash. I'm not finna keep no shit or eat no shit that's 4 years old. Hell, I don't even eat my shit once it start looking like it's going out of date. It could be a month old. I'm not finna eat it. If I don't eat shit that's a month old, what the fuck I look like eating something 4 years old? A year old? I'm not finna do that. I promise you I'm not finna do that. But, hey, it is what it people. I guess it is what it is nowadays. People just don't give a shit about nobody. But I was reading this, hey Denise, thanks for joining. But I read this article about people, well, not about people. I read this article online yesterday about what outdated food does to people's stomachs and stuff when they, in their body, when they eat outdated food. And it said it could give you diarrhea. It give you bacteria, the bad bacteria. This is just me putting it in my words, but it give you that bad bacteria that gives you diarrhea, makes you vomit, and give you fever. And that's just a couple of things that it mentioned off the top. That was at the top of the article. But see, my thing is, I don't understand. If, like, I'm going to keep going back to this. If you wouldn't eat something that's a month old, 2 months old, a year old, hell, who you think would eat something that's 4 years old? You know you wouldn't eat something that's a month old. Hell, I wouldn't even eat something that's a week old. Why the hell would you give somebody something if you wouldn't eat it? If you know it's past it, just because it's still sealed and still in this container and the seal ain't never been broke, don't mean that it ain't still old. 2016 is too long to be keeping food in your icebox or cabinets or wherever the hell you keep it. 2016 is too old. It's too long to be not cleaning out your refrigerator. Not looking at the food that you got in there and see if that shit done expired. And if it need to go to the dumpster. It's not wasteful when you have old expired food and you throw it away. People do the same thing with clothes that done went out of style, or clothes that can't fit no more. If it's really bad off clothes, they take it and throw it away. Some you can donate that ain't really bad off. But damn, come on, some you can get a Goodwill. But when it comes to food, it's time to throw. There's a time frame to throw shit away. I'm sorry. There really is. It's a time frame where you need to, where it done got past its prime. And it's time to put that shit in the dumpster. It's not wasteful when you throw away stuff that's old. Hell, I thought you can't even eat ice cream after a certain amount of time. When I was younger, trust me, I did that when I was younger. I ate some ice cream that I didn't want right then and there. I put it in the icebox and forgot it was in there. And then when I went in the icebox, I looked at it. I'm like, oh, I still got some ice cream. I got me a spoonful. That tore my stomach up. From that point on, I'm like, I need to start really checking my ice cream. If I don't want it right then and there, or if I'm not going to eat it that day, or within the next couple of hours, or the next day, then don't get it. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know why people think it would be okay to just send somebody something or give somebody something that's old. And that's as nice as I can put it, just old. Don't nobody want that shit. I'm going to keep saying that. And this, because it keeps happening. And like I say, I'll be wrong if I cussed her out and told her stop bringing me this shit. If you're going to bring me something, look at the fucking date. If you're going to, not just me, if you're going to give somebody something, look at the fucking expiration date on it when it comes to food. I mean, if you, everybody that can read know how to look at a fucking expiration date on something before they either put it in a trash pile or they end up putting it in a pile to give it to somebody. Now, everybody have a conscience. You should feel that. I'm not saying y'all, I'm just saying the person that did that or that does that or that thinks that it's okay to do some shit like that, they should feel bad, have a conscience. Everybody have a conscience. You should feel bad when you give somebody something that you know is expired and you just give it to them. You ought to feel real fucking bad doing some shit like that. Like, you really should. But hey, I don't understand what the hell's really going on. I don't know why people do that. Why their mind is like, where their mind frame is. If they even using their damn mind. Like, come on now. Come on. I don't get it. I really don't fucking get it. But hey, when you try to tell them, they want to flip the script on you. Be like, what's wrong with you? I'm just trying to be nice. I understand that. You probably do have an underlying motive in you where you're trying to be nice and look out for the next person. But damn, look at the fucking expiration date. It's either going to be on the seal, under it, on the bottle, somewhere. It's going to be somewhere on that product. Don't just sit up there and fucking, oh, well, that's just because, oh, the seal's still closed. I ain't never used it, so I'm going to give it to you. Oh, or be like, oh, this been in our refrigerator since we moved in this house. Now we finna move, 2-3 years later, 4, 5, 6 years later. Let me just go, instead of cleaning out the icebox before I move, I'm moving, so instead of going through this food and throwing it away, let me just get it to somebody. The fuck? Have you ever heard of food poisoning? Have you ever heard of people getting killed by eating stuff? I know it sounds kind of weird and it's probably extreme, but people have died from eating outdated food. It's a possibility that people could die from eating old food that somebody give them. And then I'm thinking, because times are hard. People don't have money like that nowadays. Especially what we going through. If you family or you're a real close friend, people gonna take help from the people that they know. And that does right by them. My thing is, if you related to somebody or you're real close to somebody or you claim to love that person, why would you want to do something that could possibly harm that person? That's all I gotta say. Just why? I mean, does it make you feel, are you that evil of a person to do something like that? Are you that careless, that thoughtless, to do some shit like that. Like, or you, I knew that there was people out there like that. I know people do that or whatnot, but I mean, you would never think that somebody so close to you would do something like that. And like I said, I told my mom the other day when I was talking to her, I say, that'll be the same person that does something like that, something sneaky like that. That's the same kind of person that will try to sneakily put some poison, put something in your food or drink and do something to seriously harm you. You never know. Because like they say, serial killers and murderers, they always start off small. They start with, before they jump to killing people, they start with animals. They start killing animals, torturing animals, and stuff like that. But, hey, you never know. I told my mama, I say, look, I said, that's the type of person down that give people already pre-expired food. They know it's expired, or that does some stupid shit like that. That's the kind of person you don't leave your drink around, anything open around. You don't leave no food around. If you do, and you come back, you tell them to watch you come back, throw that shit away. When you come back, just throw that shit away. That's the best way I can tell you. Just throw that shit away, because when I say you better not eat it, because it's going to be a problem. If you eat that, your stomach going to be toe the fuck up. That's all I can say. Your stomach is going to be to the point where you might have to go to the hospital. That's a person. I'm just looking. That's a person that if they was, if it's to just say, if they ain't in their right frame of mind, you never know what would happen dealing with that kind of person. But hey, I'm going to just say, anytime, I'm going to just tell that lady, I'm going to tell her, anytime you want to give me something, call me before you give me something, so I know I can say, call you and say, no, don't bring me that, I don't need it. Hell, I would rather go without than to take something like that. I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest. I would rather go without than to do something like that, than to just take their shit, than to just have to go eat that expired food, go to the hospital, have to get my stomach pumped. You never know. I'd rather just go without. Hell, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'd rather just be starving and hungry. It ain't that damn serious. I don't get that damn hungry. Well, I'll take something from somebody that's old and outdated. Hell no. But yeah, I'm finna go in the house. Thank y'all for watching. Thank those of y'all that joined and commented. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye, y'all.